Hey guys, in this episode of Raising Well Children, we are going to talk about making your house a place of peace. The one thing we know is that the body does majority of its growth and development when we're in what are called the parasympathetic neurological tones of our life. The sympathetic tones are those fight or flight responses that come when our bodies are stressed out, when we're not exactly sure what's going on, life is chaotic. That's when our bodies are just trying to survive, and we don't want our kids to be living there in order to thrive. So think parasympathetic is thrive, sympathetic is survive. And so we want to make sure that we have a place of peace set up for our kids so that their bodies stay in this gentle place of ease and they can actually develop and grow as much as possible. So there's many different ways to influence that, but one of the things you want to try to do is create an atmosphere of peace in their life. So some of the things that are peaceful for kids is they like a high degree of predictability. Most kids tend to do great with structure. Many kids tend to do well when that predictability is backed up with great action steps as well. And so in terms of creating the place of peace in the household, one of the things that you want to try to do as much as possible is get those windows open, allow the light to come in. There's a vibration that comes from the sun and from daylight that's very life-giving, and it's very enhancing for growth and development. There's so many different benefits of that. What you also really want to try to do is set up some really strong peace-oriented routines. So I'll walk you in just a second over to where we're homeschooling our kids this morning. It's a Friday morning when we're shooting this video. And you'll notice in the background, my wife has music playing. She's got a salt lamp that helps to deal with EMF and sort of the electromagnetic frequencies that are in the atmosphere. I think my one son maybe has a plant near his computer. So those are all things that give off really good, what I'm just gonna say is atmospheres of peace for us, right? When we are connected to nature, when we're sort of one with the goodness of creation around us, our bodies are for sure more in a state of peace. So work on things like that. Look to be able to create simplicity, right? Don't overcomplicate things. Try to declutter. We know that almost to a certain extent, a certain degree of minimalism makes a much more peaceful atmosphere than overaccumulation and chaos and clutter everywhere. So try to have good systems in place, good routines, good structures. Make sure that you've got mealtime routines, bedtime routines. Think all things that are so sort of cozy and comforting, right? Lots of snuggle time, lots of sit and relax together, lots of predictability, that bath that happens before bed, then we stop and we read a book, and then it's bedtime. Those are the ways that we want to address things. Other simple basics is turn off the external noise from the outside world as much as possible. We know it's very, very negative. We're just coming through this time right now where you can't flip on the news and hear things that are positive. Literally, it's all negative all the time, right? Go easy on the social media feeds. Those things are tending more and more to get more polarizing and divisive, different things like that. So, having routines built around the kitchen are important, right? Lots of different things that you do in your house revolve around the kitchen. Meal times, having a cup of tea together, all those different things help bring peace in the household. So I would really strongly encourage trying to have predictability with regards to meals together, making sure the family has dedicated time to sit down at the table where there's no electronics allowed at all for anybody at that table so that you can be together. If you come through this way, you just get a little glimpse of my crew here just homeschooling this morning. This computer here has just got a little bit of music playing in the background. It has a frequency of the music we're playing of 432 hertz, which, there's all kinds of science behind music, but it's calming. Think kind of like that spa-oriented music that you would have. And we just want to create that atmosphere for learning and calm and all those things. So as we come through here, we'll just see, everybody say hi.
Hi.
Okay. So you got Kalen over there and Reese and my wife Amy. And this is just our, what should be our, formal dining room. It's converted over to the homeschooling area. My other two kids who are in high school, who are schooling from home as well, are just working in different areas in the house. And so we want to really be deliberate about that, because we know that's where health is going to be greatest, right? When kids come home, they need protection from all the outside, influence of the world. They're away from being, potentially bullied. They're away from some of those negative atmospheres that they have to go into. And when they come into the home, it should be a place of peace, a place of love, a place of as much calm as you can. Don't get me wrong, our house gets pretty rowdy at sometimes too, but creating that place of peace and predictability, and and I'm not going to say overly structured, but just that predictability is what kids are really going to thrive in. Bless you guys. Look forward to seeing you on our next episode.